up, my 1111 YouTube friends? I'm upstairs inside the shop right now. Got a little parts room up above the shop. So I figured I'd start up here first. So this is gonna be the giveaway for the correct amount that I'm gonna have in Freedom when it's done. So start figuring out your guesses. Get them put in the comment section on your guess of what the total I'm going to have out of pocket into Freedom when it's done. Like I said, I opened up the bank account on this one. This is what you guys do to help support me. In turn, I'm taking the money that I get off from YouTube and I'm putting it into this sled. So that's where I'm getting that. And here's a bunch of the parts that we had powder coated. And I don't remember if I ever even showed all these parts after I got them back from the powder coater. But here's the pipes. There's the custom stinger I made for the pipes. Got the skis sitting up here. I bought SLP brand new ski bottoms. Here's the heat exchangers, chain case, everything. All the parts up here. The head cover, the water covers, red, white, and blue, baby. Suspension parts, more chain case parts, the water manifold. Got that done in the silver chrome. More suspension parts. So I got a lot of the stuff up here, little bits and pieces like the shock spacers and stuff. I went through everything and had everything powder coated. So we'll head back down the steps here and have you take a look at the chassis again. And I'll talk a little bit about the motor. That way you guys can get an accurate guess. Because I did kind of go a little bit nutso with the engine. Sent it off, had a bunch of work done on it. And I'm gonna do a bunch of work myself on it too. So, but yeah, I mean, and here's another giveaway. I'm gonna give another shirt away. So I'll give one shirt away on the proper guess of what I'm gonna have into this project when it's done. But also in this video, comment on who replated my cylinders. Let's do that one too. If you guys can guess on who did the cylinder plating, the first person to guess correctly, and I watch the comments very closely, so as soon as it pops up, I'm gonna take the first person that guessed correctly on who did my cylinders, the replating on them, and I'll send you out a t-shirt also. So I had the cylinders redone, the crankshaft. I mean, here's a big one. And this is what I always see in the Ultra group. Guys talk about, hey, I'm picking up a set of pipes and I'm throwing them on my engine and I'm piping it. It's just, you can't just throw pipes on an engine, especially an Ultra. They require a lot of love and fine tuning to correctly make those pipes work. And in the Ultra group, you'll see guys all the time saying, putting pipes on. Then you'll see a lot of people get on there, and I'm one of them. Well, it's not just throwing pipes on. It's expensive to put pipes on some particular engines, and Ultras are one of them. You really should put the correct heads on. You should make dang sure you have the correct timing, whether if it's changing the CDI out, the CDI box, or correctly timing the engine. And then there's the whole mess of jetting. That's a whole bunch. It's a pretty involved deal. So I bought an NOS crank and I paid $400 and some for the NOS crank. I then turned around, gave that NOS crank to Northern Crankshaft, right here, Northern Crankshaft. I put another $400 and some into that crank. So I'm already at over almost $900 into the crank. So I just gave away a big clue here, but I'm like $900 just into that crank to assure I'm not going to have crank issues on an engine that I'm going to be spinning over 9,000 RPMs, 9,200, 9,250. So to be sure I'm not going to have issues with the crank, that's why I went through all the efforts to put that kind of money just into the crankshaft. So that's the whole deal on the engine. They're very expensive to build, very, very expensive to build an Ultra engine correctly to run pipes, especially one that's going to be running PSI Mod Blaster pipes, really zinging them. But so here's the chassis. I've been putzing away at it. Yeah, just been kind of mocking some stuff up right now. A lot of this stuff's going to come back off. I don't have a lot on there right now, but I've been just trying to get the feel of how things are going to fit. And like I said, I had a little bit damage happen to it when I was sitting in the corner. My shelf fell on it, and I've been kind of slowly tweaking things back into shape. But I haven't really been working very hard or fast on it, but that pace is going to change here. Definitely is going to change. Right now, the trash can factory's in full production. I've been making cans Finally got a big shipment of mufflers in so I could put more cans together. Threw it out there on Facebook that I was making them right now, and I got a bunch of orders. So I have to concentrate some time into getting some cans put together and shipped out to some people that just bought some. I got the shocks being rebuilt. Here's one of them I already had rebuilt for another project, and I didn't end up using that shock, so I'll be using that shock in Freedom and putting some of the steering arms and the tie rods and stuff together and stuff on it. And the track's all done, sitting up there. Trax USA track, all studded up, ready to go. So yeah, start throwing some numbers together. Throw your guess in the comment section. The person that guesses closest to what I'll have into this, it'll be a few months till I can announce that. Like I said, I've already spent over 90% of the money on this sled already. Has already been spent, and I have the parts. In the engine room, I have piles of parts sitting in there too. I was donated a few parts. Mark Trotter was one of them that donated a couple parts to it. Really appreciate that again, Mark. And what else do I got? I think that's about it. So, and then the other one, the first person to guess correctly of who replated my cylinders will also get a t-shirt. So start getting your guesses in, guys, and thanks for watching again.